Warning, do not attempt to move on to the next step before you're confident, comfortable, and relaxed with the previous step. I prescribe practicing 3 days a week for maximum results. Hi, I'm the swim doctor with Swimology. Today we're going to be learning how to kick, and at the end we're going to go over some of the common mistakes and how to fix those. So if you don't already know how to front float, make sure you go check my previous video where I teach you how to float the fastest way possible. So the first step, we're going to get into a front float position. So face down in the water and legs straight back. Then what we're going to do is kick up and down. Now when you kick up and down, you want to make sure your legs are nice and straight and your toes are pointed. If your toes aren't pointed, you're not going to get any motion forward. So the feet is what propels you forward, not the legs, not anything else in your body right now. Right now it's just your feet. So you want to make sure that both your feet are pointed forward. Now when you kick with your legs, you're going to kick with a slight bend. Make sure you don't bend your knees too much or you don't keep your legs perfectly straight. If your legs are perfectly straight, that means that your body is too stiff. So try to loosen up first. Now when you kick, you don't want to kick too high. Otherwise your feet are going to come out of the water and you're basically going to be kicking air. And when you're kicking high, you make lots of bubbles. And what are bubbles made of? They're made of air. So you're bringing lots of air back into the water and you're not going to move very far. Now if you kick too low, your feet are just going to sink to the bottom. It's the same thing with doing the front float. If your legs are pointing down towards the bottom, then your whole body is going to sink down towards the bottom. So you want to make sure that everything is nice and even. Now when you kick, you want to make sure you're kicking as high up as you're kicking down. Pretend there's a line going down the side of your body, and you want to make sure that you're going a few inches up and a few inches down. Alright, so common problems that I see, people keeping their feet pointing down towards the bottom. Now you don't want to point your feet down towards the bottom because your feet are what's going to propel you forward. So if you're not pointing your toes, then you're not moving. Another common problem I see is people kicking too big. Now when you kick big, you're not going to be able to kick fast. Now when you start to get comfortable doing kicks on the wall, what I want you to do is I want you to take a few steps back, and then you're going to lean forward, put your arms out in front, and try to reach towards the wall. What's going to happen is you're going to fall forward. As soon as you go into that front float, what you're going to do is you're going to start kicking. Once you get comfortable with that length, I want you to go a little bit farther back. So maybe about a step back. Make sure you go a step back each time until you're about, I would say, 5 feet away from the edge of the pool. I'm the swim doctor with Swimology, and you have just learned how to kick. See you in the next video. If you have any other questions on kicking, make sure you leave it down in the comments, and I will try to help you the best that I can.